This is the afternoon weather update. This is for Wednesday, the 19th of July. I'm James Spann. Got a few spotty showers and storms around, but most locations are dry this afternoon. Got a big temperature spread across the state, but everybody will be hot tomorrow and Friday, and then heat levels come down this weekend. So let's take a look here. This is the upper air pattern. Kind of a new day, an old look here. We've seen this for a long time. There's a large upper high. The core of the upper high is west of the state, but it's nosing in here. And on the periphery of that big upper high, from time to time, we've seen these thunderstorm masses coming through, that northwest flow aloft, and one came through Tennessee and parts of North Alabama this morning. And on the outflow of that complex, we had a few new scattered storms forming this afternoon across the central counties of the state. That's the visible satellite view. And South Alabama, mostly sunny. The Tennessee Valley, mostly cloudy. And that's the radar composite doing this update live about 3 o'clock, and you can see a few little spotty showers and storms across the central counties of the state. Little patchy light rain for northeast Alabama. South Alabama is dry. And a big temperature spread today up in the Tennessee Valley where we've got clouds. They had some rain this morning. It's only 72 in Coleman. That's 20 degrees below average. But look at Tuscaloosa. They've got 94. Mobile, 94. Montgomery at 93. Birmingham at 87. So again, a nice break for the Tennessee Valley today, but everybody will be hot and muggy tomorrow and Friday. And again, this is a Weather Service criteria thing, these heat advisories. Trust me, if you go from, for example, Monroe County to Butler County, you drive from Monroeville to Greenville, you won't notice any difference in the heat. But Monroe County is in the orange, Butler County is not. But technically, the way this works, the orange counties, that's where the heat index, the way it feels, could hit 105. And those advisories go back across the southern states into the southwest U.S. So here's the severe weather outlook for the rest of today and tonight. A risk over the Great Plains, the upper Midwest, over to the Atlantic coast. Again, there's a very low-end threat for the Tennessee Valley of North Alabama. I think really our chance, we don't expect a repeat performance of last night, I'll put it that way, when that big massive storms dropped south and produced a lot of wind damage across the state. This is tomorrow. Again, a little enhanced risk over parts of Colorado, Kansas, and the panhandles of Texas and Oklahoma. And again, a marginal risk over extreme North Alabama. I think most of the state dry tomorrow. And then day 3, this is Friday, and keep in mind this outlook does include Friday night and the pre-dawn hours Saturday. And there is a marginal risk across a pretty good chunk of north and central Alabama. And again, this is for a batch of storms that will likely arrive Friday night in advance of a surface front. Check rain for the next 7 days. This is valid through Wednesday morning of next week. Average amounts 1/2 to 1.5 inches, but your number could vary. In the tropics, things are awfully quiet in the Atlantic basin. We do note we have a new X on the board out there in the eastern Atlantic. That's a wave that's come off the coast of Africa. It will not develop in the short term. And we've also got Don, the tropical storm. This is kind of a puny system, winds 40 miles an hour. This will be moving up into the North Atlantic and then dissipating by early next week. No threat to land. Concerning that wave, the Hurricane Center giving this a 20% chance of developing over the next 5 days in the journey across the Atlantic. But it will be fighting a lot of tough situations, dry air and subsidence, sinking air. There's a lot of that across that region. So the chance of that developing looking very low at this point. No systems threatening the United States anytime soon. Model fans, here we go, the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 4. Got the upper high. It's off to the west, and it's nosing in here. And again, for most of the state, it's going to be hot, dry, humid. Highs well up in the 90s. Probably see some upper 90s. And again, could there be a storm in the afternoon? Yes, but most places without rain. And I think the day Friday will be dry. And again, highs well up in the 90s, but we have a surface front to the north. And that batch of storms over Tennessee will likely push in here Friday night. So again, the day Friday, hot and dry. Thunderstorms are a pretty good possibility for North Alabama Friday night. And then Saturday, the front sags southward. And we'll maintain the chance of a few showers and storms Saturday. And the heat levels come way down. Highs in the 80s for the northern half of the state. And then on Sunday, a pretty good chunk of the state will be in a dry air mass. And if that's the case, we're going to see some low and mid-60s early Sunday morning. In fact, if you're in North Alabama, if you wake up early Sunday, there might be a little hint of fall in the air. And the high Sunday around 90, the sky sunny. Any scattered storms confined to the Gulf Coast. And next week, this point looks pretty quiet. There's Monday and Tuesday, and there could be a storm, but probably not many. There's a week from today, and again, these maps really tell the story, the upper air maps this time of the year. At 597, heat bubble going nowhere. I'm telling you, our friends in Phoenix and Albuquerque, they can't wait until fall. And again, for us, it looks like a pretty quiet day, maybe a few isolated storms with seasonal temperatures. We'll go out 10 days. This is Saturday, July 29th. Same old story, 597 heat to the west. And again, that looks just hot, humid, mostly dry. This is rain for Birmingham coming off the GFS Ensemble. The mean about 2 inches between now and the 4th of August. Temperatures, highs up in the mid to upper 90s tomorrow and Friday. 86 on Saturday. That sounds pretty good. Look at those mid 60s both Sunday and Monday morning. And again, the cooler pockets, might be down there close to 60 over North Alabama. But then next week, low to mid 90s, very seasonal. And hot off the presses, got the brand new CPC Outlook. This is for July 27th through August 2nd. And much of the contiguous United States above average temperature-wise. Roll that kid cam. Oh, yes, the little ones today. They're looking good. I was at Ardent Preschool and Daycare, Trace Crossings in Hoover. Had a big crowd. Got some very fancy dressers in this group. And we had a great time today talking about the weather. And look at these cookies. Yes, indeed. I love that state bird cookie. Those things were flying yesterday. But those kids were so good today. So again, a special shout out to all my buddies at Ardent Preschool and Daycare. Thanks a lot for a great break. Visit earlier today. You guys are looking good. So that'll do it for the afternoon update today. We got a book signing Saturday in Billingsley. And we are going to be at Jim's Pit Barbecue on US 82. You know the deal. That's one of my hangouts, my favorite. We'll be there from 10 until noon, and who knows, we might stay longer than that. But I'll have all the books. All you can do is pray, Weathering Life, Benny and Chipper, our weather book for kids, all the weather T-shirts and the hats, and we sign them, and we take a lot of pictures and have a lot of fun. And this is going to be a great day. They've got a car show going, and the food cannot be beat. So again, Jim's Barbecue, US 82, between Maplesville and Prattville, right there on the Chilton-Autauga County line. It's across the line in Autauga County. So hope to see you guys Saturday. And, of course, don't forget to watch us on television this evening, right across the hall, Studio A, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.